Yeah, I just changed my last stream title to Odin stepped on me.
Daddy Odin stepped on me.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me just. That's my voice.
Yeah, section before that we spanked Mommy Abdiel, and then last section we got spanked by Daddy Odin.
I believe everything is indeed working.
And Dazai and for whatever reason Dazai didn't jump.
Another note.
Say again?
I said in other news, Ace Attorney.
Yep, that's old news. Who gives a fuck about Ace Attorney? Certainly not Capcom.
Oh, no. Huff! How did I get into this mess?
This seems familiar enough? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh my, yes. What? What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple Ace Attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. And then the judge turned Phoenix into a flea. A harmless little flea. And then he put that flea in a box. And then he put that box inside of another box. And then mailed that box to himself.
Some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent.
This game has a bad ending, by the way, so, try to avoid that.
Yay.
March 23rd, 9:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Oh, we got jump. There you go. We love this. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright.
You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Oh my god, that is the douchiest move possible, calling someone on their cell phone when they're standing right next to you.
I fucking hate that. Phoenix is like, someone kill me.
Someone kill on guard. Make it look like an accident. Or don't, I don't really care.
Oh, look at that. He's getting the edgy way again. Here we go.
If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up, Phoenix. I'm talking to you directly with my psychic powers right now. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever.
Maya.
Phoenix.
Mamma Mia!
Mamma Mia. Here I go again.
Maya! How's Maya?
I don't know.
You don't know?
She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Cry about it. Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
But...
You can't give up. There's still some hope left.
Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. Ugh! It's that curse and guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
You're really
Poor
mean, pal.
Gumshoe. Oh. Gumshoe, I'm really, really sorry. Where are you?
Standing right behind you, pal. They let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal.
Then you have some sort of lead?
Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial's over. Until the verdict is handed down. We're gonna do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
Oh, last longer, you say? We're excellent at doing that. Have to make the trial last longer.
Remember that bit in the SpongeBob episode when King Neptune was like, Mindy, will you quit stalling?
Yes. Stalling? Who's stalling?
If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we got, just like you.
Believe it. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship.
Oh my god.
It's the strongest
Why'd you
weapon in the
screenshot
world, and you have it in abundance.
Oh, because he doesn't have friends. Mia, you're lying. You're lying, Mia.
Well, no, I'm screenshotting it because it's literally so cheesy.
Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. Have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it!
Or will he? 10 a.m. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on Guard.
Yeah, you disconnected for a sec there.
Okay, that was weird.
Anyway, I know based on the Twitch stream that it says, defense is ready, Your Honor. But, that's all I know.
Okay, Discord fucked up on me. So, let me just get you that preview back.
Alright,
There she goes.
Watch the stream.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Edgeworth, are you calling us out again?
Did you forget he's a pretentious douche?
Yeah.
Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands, gang. The mystery being, what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carrito was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Ungard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor.
I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true.
Including that time he called me a dummy. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya is safe and sound. Then we can let Ungard fry.
I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand.
Ah, Will. At least you're on this side this time.
Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please. You don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. Mood. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes.
I didn't know that.
But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ungard's room. Okay, sure. Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone at first. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
And talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. What are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation.
Huh?
A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right?
Time to press him for everything he's worth, I guess.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do here?
Press. Kate, what are you doing?
Okay, press what?
Press.
Press what
Poke him.
button?
L. The defendant's room. Why did you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright!
What is it?
You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
Every time?
Witness? I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So, you went to the defendant's room, and then?
Hey, wait a minute! When and how did I suddenly turn to the bad guy here? Chris? Are you sure that was Matt on guard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken.
And? What was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room?
At first, what do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and had a bottle and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
Please leave a message after the beep. I guess we're going to have to wait patiently on this one. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt... Well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
No, it's not. Bellboys deserve to starve. So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think.
So who are these guests you're talking about?
You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude, since I invited you guys, if I disappeared on you. Oh, I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further.
Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night?
I don't remember that happening at all.
Oh my god, Will's lying to us.
Maya was making such a wreck in her hyper state. I am focusing on her.
I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long.
We're supposed to present evidence? At first? What do you mean by that? How am I supposed to... Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated...
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt... Well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
Could be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself.
Ah! Yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well, douche. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket, and that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all.
Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The bellboy's face or guard's tip? The bellboy's face? What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers?
Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches. Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Totally awesome. Sounds totally awesome, doesn't it?
Ah! He was there, in Guard's house. He was the butler!
Hello, it is I, John Doe. What is it, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. That means Guard was talking with the killer, then. If that fact was to be exposed, Guard would be declared guilty in the blink.
Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything, like normal, you fucking himbo.
Yes, Chief! Aye, Captain.
You're sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
You gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Mr. Wright.
Tip. And Guard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much.
Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
I can't
And why
count.
is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash?
Oh, well, how interesting.
I mean, is it that interesting that this is the same guy who spent $3,800 on a toothbrush?
Yeah. Can we use that fact in court? Probably not.
Phoenix won't, but if I were Phoenix, I would absolutely bring that up as my defense.
Yeah.
Your Honor, my client is notoriously frivolous with his money. He has an entire motorcycle just hanging in his living room, Your Honor.
That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
Just beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection, wait and see. Raise an objection?
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
The Bennett is a superstar! That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him, especially those who spend $3,800 on a toothbrush!
Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
You got a point, I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. Phoenix, do you not get paid sometimes?
Remember the very first case when Larry paid them with a statue?
Oh, yes. Oh my god.
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Payment?
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Ass in.
Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? Phoenix politely does not bring out the receipts here. I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley the Killer? What a silly name.
He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer.
Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head, and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What?
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away.
The second time.
Yeah, I saw him in the men's room. He was taking a huge dump with the stall door wide open. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. I had to take the huge dump. That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean...
Thank you very much. That is all we need for now.
Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. I want to tell you about the massive dump I took.
Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall hear about your fat dump.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh, you clown.
Excuse me?
This is no laughing matter.
Time to press him for everything, I suppose. And what time was it?
Oh, well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom to take that huge meaty dump. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats.
Are you sure it was the same bellboy?
Yeah,
How could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. Well,
but you see, well, he had those stitches in his face.
irk.
So I'm
Yeah,
sure it's the
Phoenix,
same guy that was talking with Matt.
So, which room did the bellboy come out of?
The victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright.
Words cannot describe how screwed I am.
Let's continue with the testimony, shall we?
Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place.
So what exactly was so out of place about him? Phoenix?
Right. Why the insipid grin?
Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next?
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
No, I fucking wouldn't. Here's a thought. Maybe he brought a tray into the room, and he left the tray there. Is that so weird?
Power's just like, yeah, it is weird. I've never seen that happen before.
I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers, because I'm also a fucking idiot.
But is it really not unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed?
No,
No,
it isn't, Phoenix.
No. Phoenix actually being the smart one for once? What's happening here? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers Sesame slide, or try to pull a fast one? I love that. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really, really is.
There really isn't.
Teacher! Mr. Powers is being mean. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. What do you mean? How did they get back to? What do you mean? How did they get out of the rooms after leaving the things they bring? Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest's room empty-handed.
So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed?
Yeah, really suspicious, because I'm a fucking idiot. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. And there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it that were later found in Juan Corrida's room.
Juice? What kind of juice was it?
I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice.
If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, like if he left the tray, bottle, and glass in the room, some sort of
But
proof,
no.
then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now.
Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record.
Da-da-da-da!
What, just present the wine glass with the juice in it?
Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it.
Let's press the last name, I suppose. Please don't be so quick to judge!
Oh, but it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief.
Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent.
This is certainly a little peek into Will Powers' upbringing. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us.
But he really is the assassin, you know.
What was that, Mr. Wright? You admit that he is the assassin?
No, I said nothing, Your Honor.
Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Maybe pull some balls out, start juggling.
Oh, fuck. I assume we present lab? The juice?
We don't have the bottle, but we do have the glass, so I guess that's what we present.
Objection!
Yep. Mr. Powers.
Mr. Powers, you're a fucking idiot. The glass and bottle were found in Juan Carita's room. That's why the bellboy didn't have them.
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, I can talk. What are you talking about?
No, you can't. You're not allowed to talk. Shut up.
Got caught up in believing it must be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and...
So baseball has stitches. Oh God, brain dead.
This is where tonight's stream title comes from, by the way.
Yeah. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
Are baseballs suspicious? Thinking emoji.
Cool. Well, there's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here.
This is the crime scene.
There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. The glass is tomato juice. And now, if you will look at what's on top of the table in the lower right corner here.
Wow, it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. How could that have gotten in there?
Anyone can clearly see that it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. You dumbasses! I mean, what?
But where's the bellboy the tray is supposed to be attached to?
The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
I honestly hate that this is something that had to be proven in court.
Yeah.
Oh! But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room.
But can you prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead at that time?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry. What were you saying?
I was just laughing. What is with him? Why is he laughing?
Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us besides the fat meaty dump you took that night?
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say, empty-handed? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Objection! Leading questions, Your Honor.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves.
Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it's on my mind.
Ugh. Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright. Can't lax here. So why if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
So, a football is made of leather. I love how Wright's literally just using balls, like, as his defense in court. Anyway. Are you saying all footballs are just because they are made of leather?
If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems we've finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest?
Oh, yes, please, tell us more. Okay.
Your second meeting.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and took my fat meaty dump, and then went back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident.
Some accident. I'd say you saw too much.
You'll have to be taken care of, Mr. Powers.
Oh no. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal.
Objection! Normal is a setting on a washing machine, Your Honor.
Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of my bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky, spy-like...
I knew he was spying!
Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
He gave something to the person inside the room.
I said, hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
Probably ask him only one question at a time.
Let's not ask anything.
Ask about the
Ask about the what?
the something. He gave something to this person.
Yeah.
And what was the something?
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small, like Juan Carita's dick. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was.
I'll try.
In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely, what the bellboy did next.
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
Can we ask about the person inside the room? Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Ungard's room?
He opened the door to Viola Hall, went in there, and who knows after that, right? He probably got abducted by aliens or something.
I do. I say hold it.
Mr. Wright.
Person. So who took the something the bellboy hand off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm.
Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face.
Yeah.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. I mind, actually. Shut up, Wright. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... No... If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
You see out of the ordinary while you were taking a massive dump.
You cut out a lot there.
Did you say anything? Oh, yeah, there you go. Did you say anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at what?
Did you see or say anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time?
Oh yeah, I saw that one thing.
What? He saw something else?
There was this jittery alien with a ray gun.
Oh.
It was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker fan, or stan, if you will.
I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Power's testimony just now was just as vague as his first.
It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it?
Talk about a lose-lose situation. A statue.
Yeah, it kinda looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know?
Looks like for this trial to proceed, we're going to have to come up with whatever the statue thing is. Show it to him.
Alright, Phoenix, time to learn wood carving. You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that?
Do we have anything in our evidence? Oh, right.
Yeah.
This certainly is some sort of wooden statue, wouldn't you say?
Yep. It's a one bear-shaped figurine, so...
Staring contest. Will loses. And then Edward lost. And then the judge loses. What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up.
It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers. The something you saw, was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out.
I recall we found this at Matongard's mansion.
At the defendant's house? What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found at Mr. Ungar's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matongard is the killer's client.
Order! 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 I said order!
No.
Although, when would Matt have had time to take the bear home? Because he got arrested at the hotel.
Many questions with no answers. Ace Attorney here.
Arrested and strip searched, even.
Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia.
No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
It's almost like a reverse Winnie the Pooh, since it's yellow and it's wearing red shorts instead of a red shirt.
Yeah.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor! A minute, please!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that, so we'd better save your game, player. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
How is this the person who received the bear itself? The person who received the bear? There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear. We can't be sure of.
Oh!
And then Will Powers fell down a trapdoor.
Mr. Powers, are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm at the bottom of this pit. Can someone help me out?
You didn't take a massive dump again, did you?
What is it, Mr. Powers? Can you climb out of that pit on your own? Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so, I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
Well, what?
Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it.
You've got to be kidding!
Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers?
Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order! Order! It looks like you've dug your own grave, yet again.
many times is that today? I've lost count.
So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt on guard is the Nickel Samurai. So if you see the costume, it must be must be Matt.
We're doing this again.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. Only Matt on guard can wear the Nickel Samurai costume.
What am I supposed to do now, Mia? Only Matt on guard can wear that costume.
You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry.
Now I will bring this cross-examination to a close.
Your Honor!
Again, Mr. Wright, we've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony.
It is about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
I have to find something. Even one little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that, so, save your game, player. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
Oh.
I thought this was it.
The bear itself?
Yeah. So I don't know where we're going from here.
I think it's very obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear, Mr. Wright?
This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night. Hey, there we go.
Oh, they are going to address it.
Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
He misses his little kitty.
Chew! Chew stole the bear.
Oh.
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say.
It turns out Shu was the client all along.
It's not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion.
Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. We're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Disaster averted. Oh, wait, at the end there.
It looks. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
I'm not really used to Edgeworth including the Mr. Usually he just says, right. I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at On Guard's mansion. Objection, Your Honor, this is hearsay. We have this area. There is no way for
Can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer.
The killer and On Guard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at On Guard's mansion as its butler.
What a bold move.
The bear figurine was brought back to On Guard mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, On Guard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, right. You've been quiet for a while now.
This is too much. Isn't there anything I attack at all?
Well, Edgeworth still has a throat. You could try stabbing that.
I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client, who hired the assassin to commit the murder, was Mr. Matt on Guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Nice going, player. You got the bad ending.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, right? You could not win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
I am a dummy.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Well, do I? What should I do? Raise an objection! We're gonna try.
I will now announce my...
There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor.
Judges hate him. Defense attorney continues trials with this one dirty trick.
Right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client's the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Angard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client.
The real client?
Yes.
Is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer?
Oh, I guess we're looking at
Bingo,
profiles
Your
for
Honor.
this. Fucking bingo, yes.
It's Celeste Impacts back from the dead.
Oh, damn.
Alright, who we accusing?
It was obviously Maya. No. This is a beautiful musical number. We need someone who we can pin a motive on. Right?
We need someone who has a motive, and also who has access, who is proven to have access to a nickel samurai costume.
So I guess the only one is Adrian Andrews.
Are you sure it's not Celeste back from the dead?
I'm pretty sure it's not Celeste back from the dead.
Are you sure it's not Wendy Oldbag?
I'm pretty sure it's not her.
Are you sure it's not Lotta Hart?
I'm definitely sure it's not Law Hart.
Are you sure it's not Mr. Edgeworth himself?
Yeah, no.
Are you sure it's not Detective Dick Gumshoe Pal?
It's definitely not Gumshoe. Can you imagine?
Are you sure it can't be Pearl Fay? She does have immense spiritual power, and is a channeling prodigy. Maybe she channels Celeste Impacts to commit the murder.
I don't think that's it.
Really? Really? Do you have any proof that that's not it?
I don't have proof.
So you admit you have no proof.
Adrian.
So we're accusing Adriana?
Unfortunately. Even though we know she's not the murderer, but we gotta do this.
But do we really know she's not the murderer?
We do. But we're trying to prove she's the murderer for something that she's not actually the murderer for.
How do you know Matt isn't covering for Adrian by claiming to have hired the assassin?
Okay, you're right, but also
She is his manager after all, and he is a simp.
Matt also has the evil edgelord other thing, so
No, those are just scars from when Shu was a little baby and scratched him.
oh yeah.
Adrian Andrews.
Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt and Guard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume! Cause
Oh.
guess what? Someone else can wear the nickel samurai costume! I know, shocking!
Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
Well read, Mr. Wright. But what about Mr. Ungard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Ungard's mansion?
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Ungard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things.
This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
Order! 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 All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? That's you. That's what you sound like.
He's right. They do sound like that. The killer did specifically bring that bear to Ungard's right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer Dude? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian.
Need tomato juice in this glass.
I'm pretty sure it's chocolate milk.
Ugh, I swear the steam will pay. Mr. Nick! For pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
It was Jesus.
Really strong power.
Yes, it's very important that I let this play out every time.
Of course. Mr. Dick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe.
How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Phew, that's good, pal.
And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are?
Yeah, we're having coffee with him right now, pal. We still don't have any leads, but,
What? We don't have any more time!
we just had one. Even a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to keep this far because I kept thinking to myself.
You were only able to keep this far?
I said come.
No,
Anyway,
you
I'll
said
say it
keep.
again. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself. Gotta keep this trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught?
A tent!
Huh? A tent?
I could see a circus tent!
Mia!
It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called on me.
So it was Maya that called you away.
Not Jesus Christ. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I can see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away.
Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The very big circus.
Of course. Maya's is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And I can see a mailbox under the window just outside.
Gumshoe! There's also a mailbox!
Okay, what else?
What else, Mia?
I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard it! An old office building. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck!
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right?
She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved.
Gumshoe, please hurry!
What kind of slapdash kidnappers are we working with? Don't even feed their hostages. I swear,
Oh.
these so-called professionals. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix?
It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer.
I'm going to juggle knives.
Really, though.
Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Do you? Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You have seen it before?
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
All right. Why? Why does she?
Why does she have a keyblade?
The bear figurine.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item.
Oh, we better get her to a dentist then.
Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Cross-examination.
First for up. A puzzle. That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Ooh, this is most interesting.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it.
That implies he had it to begin with, Phoenix. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
Press. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for one. So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue your testimony.
Press. Who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country.
But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what is inside.
Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same one again once it's been broken.
Symbolism.
Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Garden. No, right. I think this is about all I'm going to get for now.
Figurine updated in the court record.
One puzzle with hollow inside. Only Korean rangers know how to open it.
Well, right. I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact that we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness?
Yes?
You are the only one who can open this. Please.
There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart.
Click.
I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
It's a receipt for a glass light stand. Dated 2 days before the murder.
What is that? It looks like a note.
I just turned the receipt paper over! But that was so funny in that case.
You didn't seem to think it was very funny at the time. You were really frustrated
Okay.
with it.
Okay, it is stupid, but it's really funny looking back. How stupid it is.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. But just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the night she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. That took a little bit to learn. On my end.
And on that note, and then she rips it up and starts swallowing the pieces.
But I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question?
What's written on the note now?
That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I?
Sure you can, just eat the paper.
I went through so much just to get my hands on it. I was going to burn it for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud.
Very well. Juan Corrida's dick is so small. OMG.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deadly silent courtroom.
I'm gonna KMS. Signed Celeste Impacts. That's what it says.
The notes, Less Impacts left us a record of all that happened to her and how small a dick was. About being used and then thrown away by a guard, how small his dick was. About being engaged to Karina and guards rolling and destroying that, and how small his dick was. And how about how it's decided her spirit to end it all, after knowing how small his dick was.
And that's all Miss Impacts had to say. Apparently they both have very small penises. Like, freakishly small.
Oh my god.
There is one thing that I would like to say here. My penis is completely is a completely normal size. And the prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard or his tiny dick.
Then, what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word.
Madame Guard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. And he cost. So this suicide note added to the court record.
Outside the figurine, it tells of Guard's horrible misdeeds.
Misdeeds nuts! It's Unguard's fault that woman killed herself, and this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible! What a selfish person! I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend those creeps too.
Because, like, I hate myself.
There is no room for doubt. Mr. De Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Also, Wright is a dummy.
Wright's literally just digging his whole decency.
Let's not forget that the barrel with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. Also, his dick is tiny.
Ugh, how am I supposed to escape from this one?
Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. Get those knives out, start juggling.
I know I have to carry on by him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and suicide notes. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of us.
The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry.
Suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? Fuck, the suicide note?
Alright, you wanna go with the suicide note?
Yeah, I don't really know anything else we can do with the figurine, but there's probably more evidence for the suicide note. More stuff to do with it.
Alright. I'm pressing the A button right now. Don't try to stop me. Oh, too late.
Please wait, Your Honor!
Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it? It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook.
I think Your Honor believes that Mangar killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that is correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Korea until the night of the murder. If that's the case, I said Mangar could not have known that what was written on that note.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange.
Basically, like, literally every case in this series is The defendant is on the hook because the justice system just stopped thinking, and Phoenix had to keep thinking for them.
Yeah, literally. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
Order! 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 You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
My opinion is that Wright is a dummy.
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. I hope, anyway.
Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Oh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
What the? I thought the spy camera was in my possession.
Edgeworth, did you steal that right out of our court record? Oh, no, it's still here. Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Carita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
you don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. That's you. That's what you sound like, you fucking dummy.
I do sound like that dick.
But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this.
Gumshoe's bug sweeper.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Matt on guard's fingerprints were on there.
Well, Phoenix, looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence?
I think this is the end. It's time I took a drink of water.
I'm surprised Edward didn't try to... Well, I guess he is also helping Phoenix through this to keep the trial going longer because he keeps being like, yeah, sure, we'll play along, even though I know, right? But,
Well, no, Edgeworth doesn't know about the stalling plan yet. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ungard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along.
he got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that.
Hey! Now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Gosh, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so... ew, nasty. Phoenix.
Yes, Chief.
Have you figured out what you're going to do next? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? Not gonna lie, at first I thought that said, have you figured out what you're going to do next year?
I'm going to do next year. Throwing it away like a praying child work.
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on his case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Did he? Well, was it Mia?
There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. I'm going to save my game now here.
I did. Something you should investigate.
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
Oh look, it's me. Look, it's me giving you game advice.
Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything, and I'm about to give a guilty verdict like I have been for the past 5 times. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? Because I would fucking hate it if you did.
Oh my god. What's a piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? I don't know.
The judge is
Probably
just the judge is just super done with Phoenix's shit.
Can I figure out what still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Present evidence!
When Phoenix had that dream the past 2 times of the judge going giant and squashing him with his gavel, that was actually a vision of the future. That's actually going to happen.
I've had enough of your shit, Mr. Wright.
Smash.
I have an objection, Your Honor.
I'm going to turn you into a flea, a harmless little flea. Then I will put that flea in a box, and then I will put that box inside of another box, and then I will mail that box to myself. And when it arrives, I will smash it with my gavel.
That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
There we go. Your Honor! The defense has no intention of letting this go so easily!
You are beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor! Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said? So, you're telling me that I forgot something?
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth.
Screenshot.
But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. I don't know.
The fact that I'm an attorney.
No, it's not.
Look at this lovely jewelry Maya gave me.
No.
You've forgotten that the Nickel Samurai is sponsored by Pepsi.
Wow, my Wi-Fi completely died. No.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I can still hear you. I said no.
Okay. You should examine this press conference.
No.
You should play some Tetris on this Game Boy.
No.
You should give Lotta her camera back. No. You should give Lotta her camera back. No. You should give Lotta her camera back. No. You should read up on some more hot goths.
No.
You should... Here, take this map so you won't get lost.
No.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
My Wonderwall. No.
You should have a glass of tomato juice on the house.
No.
You should look at this dead body. He got stabbed after he got stabbed after he died. Was that fucked up or what? You should lick this jam-covered button.
No.
You should read this report. She killed herself. Isn't that sad?
No.
You should read this report. She tried to kill herself because her girlfriend died. Isn't that sad?
I mean, it's sad, but no.
You should read this autopsy report. See, he was already dead when they stabbed him. That's fucked up, right?
No.
You should really watch this knife. It's still got jam on it. You should look at this shitty photo Lotta took. Isn't she a terrible photographer?
Oh, yeah.
So press X on this one?
No.
Okay. You got any threes, or should I go fish?
Nope.
Edgeworth, I can see you.
No.
Hey, Edgeworth, do you have a better Wi-Fi router?
No.
Edgeworth, don't you want to say hi to Bingo? He misses you.
No.
Hey, Edgeworth, Matt spent $3,800 on a toothbrush. Isn't he stupid?
No.
Here, Edgeworth, with love from Celeste.
Yes?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
No. Okay.
Yes, I do believe some special examination is needed of D's nuts. But I think the item that should be examined is D's nuts.
Great matter. So nice to me. Oh my gosh.
Aren't
Whoops.
they so in love?
Mr. Wright, after this trial,
In the...
Mr. Wright, after this trial is over, I would like to see you in my chambers. I think there are a few things we need to discuss.
Oh my. Yes, Your Honor.
If you're going to speak, at least use your brain to make up something intelligible. So you're telling me that I forgot something?
That is what I'm saying, apparently. You're so close, yet so far. How did not pass the test? When will you realize that maybe we're not like the rest? Don't want to break your heart, want to give your heart a break.
But you didn't have to change it all! Okay, so where were we? Hey Edgeworth, this bear is like a mirror universe Winnie the Pooh, isn't that fucked up?
Oh,
Oh, what?
I'm not sure. Just thinking. I don't
Alright, I'll
know.
let you think.
I mean, Karina could have also opened it like lots of other times before this event. So, I mean, we could say something like that. I'm not sure though. This is hard. I don't know what to present here. I don't know what he overlooked because I'm also as stupid as Phoenix. So.
It's too bad I saved after Mia dropped the big hint about what piece of evidence needs to be examined.
Oh, just the suicide note itself? I guess we haven't really looked at that.
Yeah. It was just hiding inside this wooden bear this entire time, and then
Yeah, because we looked at the beer, not the suicide note. God.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah,
read. See, we read through the suicide note, so I didn't really think we like had to examine after that. But
yeah,
I guess we haven't really looked at it. So
Yeah, that's the thing. It was stuck inside the bear. Then it was only just pulled out just now in court. So it's not like the police have had a chance to look it over, verify it.
yeah.
That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right?
Who knows?
Maybe it's actually a receipt for a glass light stand. And if you turn it over, it says Maya written in blood.
I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago.
I wrote the note, Your Honor.
Which means The handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Oh,
So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed.
Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting.
Mr. Wright. I forgot Adrian was here. Are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews. You were the one who tried to pin this matter on Mr. Engard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you?
Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever.
But if this is fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it!
What?
Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself! Ah!
That's like her 7th pair of glasses she's lost this trial.
Miss Andrews! You wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote so you could use it to frame Matt and Guard. Okay. I did no such thing.
Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Save your game, player.
Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented the scrap of paper as evidence? That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution!
Ugh.
That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note?
It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
Impossible? That's impossible. This isn't good, Phoenix.
Just going to carry this trial over for one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
Next time, let's get a kidnapper who actually feeds his hostages.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Handwriting analysis my butt. That's just a lawyer trying to buy more time. Engard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've
There's
reached
Phoenix.
the line. Guilty! 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 Guilty!
What is that sound?
It's Gumshoe!
Phoenix picks up and it's actually just Engard calling from
Fuck.
the defendant's chair.
It's alright. Hello? Gumshoe? I was with him. And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer?
He got away.
What?
I'm sorry, Kel. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do.
Anyway, what's going on?
We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm gonna keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time.
What?
Don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head!
Yes, we are. We want blood.
I mean, I want to give them his head, but I can't yet.
So no head?
Oh, God.
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh!
Well, what is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth.
I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, cat!
Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. Beep. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying?
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law, not a phone-throwing one.
Sorry, Your Honor, I thought I was, but...
I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
This time I really can't do anything.
Despair. You got the bad ending. Sucks to be you.
Court is now adjourned for the day.
Please wait, Your Honor.
Gumshoe spoke to him. Edgeworth?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in only 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then reconvened tomorrow?
30 minutes! Please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for.
Please, Your Honor!
Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today.
This is happening or hurting us. Happening? Helping or hurting us. I can tell you.
The court will now take its final recess of the day. I hope you get in enough hopscotch.
Right. Well, what's going on with my situation?
Killer. Looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? I can't find her in that time.
Report. Oh, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time. Just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things.
Can we use any of them as evidence?
Ho, ho, ho! I thought you'd ask, pal. Merry Christmas!
Not the time! Or nor place, Gumshoe!
The things he left with me right now when I'm on my way over.
Really?
That's all. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. If those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well...
Oh my god. Literal. He is iconic. I love him.
I am so glad to hear you say that. Well, I'm not a detective no more, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now.
Oh my god. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
Gumshoe will hang for this.
Yeah.
With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir! No one! Not even that telephone pole! Wow! I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light!
Oh fuck! I am slept by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this!
And Gumshoe crashes through the courthouse wall. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me! No one can stop me. Gumshoe died on his way back to his home planet.
Fuck. What happened?
It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help!
But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol. And he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items,
We have the thing that Franziska put on him. It's like, didn't she say she had a tracker on him? I don't know if it was on his phone though or not, or just like actually on him. But
I think she said she pinned it to his coat or something.
oh,
If we-
so that means it's still on him.
If we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them.
No, we can't let that happen.
Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. But how could we possibly locate? But how could we possibly locate Detective Gumshoe on such short notice?
Franziska von Karma, she's so pretty. Why oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now?
Gumshoe, why did you choose to have an accident now? Really, you could have picked a way better time to have an emergency.
Damn it, Gumshoe, we don't need this right now. Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way! That's right! There is a way!
What? How?
Sure, we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this! Princess, well, my only assumption is we present her profile because, like, we don't have any, like, we don't have the pin that she used.
Good instinct, but let's just double check to make sure that none of the evidence is the tracker that Franziska put on Gumshoe.
Okay.
Is the attorney's badge a tracker?
I mean, maybe on Phoenix. For all we know, it could be, but...
Is Maya's Magatama a tracking device?
No.
Is a promotional photo a tracking device?
No.
Is a ticket for a post-ceremony murder a tracking device?
No.
Is a Game Boy a tracking device?
I mean, so you can make it one, but I don't think it's it for this case.
Did Lotta get her camera back? No.
No.
Is a gossip magazine a tracking device?
If it is, that's pretty impressive, I must say.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Is mayonnaise an instrument? No.
Is a guitar case an instrument?
Is a guitar case an instrument? Well, no, it holds instruments, but it's not the instrument.
Is a wine glass an instrument?
If you want it to be, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll stop jerking you around now. It is Franziska's profile.
Okay. I was like,
Franziska-
am I...
Franziska von Karma, she's so pretty, age 18, a prostitute in Germany since age 13. She has come to America to defeat Phoenix right in court.
Nah, 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 nah.
Cause he's such a foolish fool.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing up Franziska at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. I like how Edgeworth doesn't need to have it explained to him that Franziska put a tracker on Gumshoe.
It's just like, oh, we know her. That's so funny.
Here's a thought. Maybe at one point in their childhoods, she put a tracker on him.
Oh my god, you're right. Franziska. Will she even want to help us? She will if it's like, you know, defeating you. Edgeworth.
What is it?
I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again.
You never did. You were a defense attorney, not a judge.
Apparently in the judicial system of this world, you don't you don't become a judge after having been a lawyer. You just go to school. You just go to a high school to become a judge.
Love that. I know my client is guilty.
Because like I played the like I mentioned before, I finally got around to playing the 3DS games when they announced the eShop closure, and in one of the cases in Dual Destinies, which is the fifth game, that it takes place at a school at like a law school, but there's three courses: a defense attorney course, a prosecutor course, and a judge course. You just go directly from high school to college to become a judge.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a little bizarre.
I'm not entirely sure the writers thought that one through world building wise.
No. What I'm doing now. I'm paying the gun to someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so.
It's called stalling, Phoenix.
It's not like she's actually gonna go to jail, Phoenix. Unless we get the bad ending. Might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix right chooses death.
Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. That is a very Edgeworth thing to say. That is a very Edgeworth thing to say, considering his unnecessary feelings speech in the first game.
Yep.
Just total robot. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided.
The verdict.
Yes, the guilty verdict that Matt on Guard is definitely going to get. It's Prosecutor Edgeworth here. Yes, Bailiff?
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. To be continued. And we're only about 5 minutes over time.
That's not bad.
Save your progress up to this point? Yes. So that's going to do it for tonight, Twitch chat. I hope you all had fun. Hope you all will join us for this again on Saturday. And in the meantime, on Friday, join us on Starburst channel, twitch.tv/STARBRRR, where Starburst will be playing more Shin Megami Tensei 5. And by playing, I mean grinding in.
Now I will actually get to the next part.
Yes, the
Hopefully.
next part for you to grind in.
Oh, yes.
Good night, Twitch chat. Loves y'all. Bye.
Loves you all. Bye.